Hello class, today we are going to be looking at national income. National income is a topic that comes out in Jamb and Waec exams. So let's start. When you talk about national income is simply the total goods and services produced in a country in a year. So all the goods and services produced in a country in a year, that is the national income. So we have it here. National income is the total goods and services produced in a country in a particular year. So we now have some basic concepts that you need to understand under national income. So which is basic concepts? The first one is gross domestic product. We call it GDP, gross domestic product. Please, as you are watching this video, you could possibly download the video or you are jotting as you are writing. Even when you download this, you have to jot. You have to be jotting so that you can go back and revise these lessons. So we said GDP, gross domestic product. What is gross domestic product? Gross domestic product is the total goods and services produced in a country by nationals and non-nationals. It means that when we have a country just like Nigeria here, all the goods and services produced by foreign companies and Nigerian companies, that is what we refer as gross domestic product. In Nigeria, for instance, we have in telecommunication industry, we have some companies that are owned by Nigerians and some that are not owned by Nigerians. So for instance, let's say MTN is owned by, I think, South Africa, while Globalcom is owned by Nigeria. So all the goods, all the services produced, goods and services produced by Globalcom add to the one produced by MTN, and other ones, we add it together, will give us gross domestic product. Simply, gross domestic product is the total goods and services produced by nationals, that is citizens and non-citizens of the country. Then let's look at GNP. GNP is all the goods and services produced in a country by citizens and net income from abroad. So it means that when you are looking at GNP, you are looking at the goods and services produced by citizens of that country and the citizens in diaspora, that is the citizens of that country in another country. Or for instance, in Nigeria, we have some companies owned by Nigeria, goods and services produced by Nigerians here, and abroad we have some Nigerians working there, they have businesses there. When we calculate all their profits, we calculate all their rent, all their interest that come into them, all their rewards there, all their rewards or factors of production there. When we calculate it plus the rewards of factors of production of Nigerians here, then we say we have a gross national product. If you look at it very well, from this GDP, then what do? From GDP now, we take away contribution. If you have GDP now, you want to get your GNP, you will take away contribution of foreigners. Contribution of foreigners. You know, in GDP we have both foreigners and nationals. So we will not take away contribution of foreigners. The reward for factor of production of foreigners, we take it away. It remains only that of what the citizens, plus net income from abroad. That is the reward for factors of production of Nigerians or citizens abroad. Do you understand that? Please, you can take it again and play it. You're going to play the video, you're going to get it very well. And jot something down, please. Now, let's look at net national product. Net national product, you can get your net national product by deducting depreciation. As in some questions they will say, or textbook they will say capital consumption, still the same thing. You get your NNP by taking away from GNP depreciation. So you say GNP minus depreciation will give you net national product. It means that if you want to get net, wherever you have G, take it. If you take away depreciation from gross, it's going to give you net. So if I give you like this now, gross domestic product, and I want to, okay, I give you gross, okay, let's say I have, how will I get net domestic product? How will I get net domestic product? So what do I need to do? I just look for my GDP. You know, anytime you don't want G here, you want N here, you don't want G, what do? Take away depreciation. It means that GDP minus depreciation will give you NDP. That is the logic. Do you understand that? Thanks. Okay, now, having understood, please, in Jamb, I want to twist the question for you. They can give you like this. How can you get national income from NNP? How can you get gross national product from NNP. Gross national product from NNP. If you have NNP, how can you get your gross national product? It means that for you to get gross national product, you need to add something so that this N will go away. So it will just be NNP. To get my gross national product will just be this NNP plus something, plus what? To get the G bar, plus D. So when I add D to net, it's going to give me gross. But if I have net, if I have GNP, I want to get net. I'll just do what? I want to get net now. I'll just do, what am I going to do to get net? I'll just say my GNP minus D. You can see other way around. Do you understand? Okay. Now let's quickly look at the calculation. Let's look at the calculation aspect of it. So for the calculation, this is also very, very important. Please pay attention. Then we have 3 ways of calculating national income. It could be expenditure method, income method, and output method. Now, for the I'm taking you on expenditure method in this video. The subsequent video will continue. So expenditure method is represented as Y. This expenditure, national expenditure is this national expenditure. Y represents national expenditure. So it's going to be C. C means consumption of household. All individuals in the country, what they are consuming, what they are buying, you and I, what we are buying is represented as C. Plus I, every investment, private investment, all their expenditure is I. Then government, all the expenditure of government also spends, all the expenditure of government is represented as G. Then plus X, exports of that country minus their imports. So X minus M will now give you net exports. Do you understand that? So this is the formula for expenditure method. Do you understand? Now let me break this C. Sometimes they can break this C for you. They say C equals A plus BYD. You see this A. A means autonomous consumption. Autonomous consumption. Consumption that does not rely on income. Like as you have now, if you are not working, it means your spending is just autonomous because your spending is not relying or depending on your income. So spending that does not rely on income is autonomous consumption. Your B, we'll be doing this later, is called MPC, marginal expense to consume. Then this YD is a disposable income. Please note all these things. They can give you to explain. Disposable income. Disposable income is the income deducted from your personal income. If you are working in a company and you want to get your salary, before you get your salary, they must first deduct tax. That personal tax they deduct will make you to have what left, disposable income. It means that the income you have left after the tax has been deducted is the only one you can dispose, is the only one you can spend. That's why they call it disposable income. Please take note of all this, very, very important. Okay, having understood this now, lastly, on this video, you can be given a question that's given C equals 10 plus 0.6y, where I equals, let's say, 2. And they can just stop at this point using two-sector model. I'll still explain that later. Using two-sector model. So we can say, they can ask you to find y. Meaning that find y. So if you want to find it now, so what you just have to do is just to write. If you look at it very well, they only give you C plus I. No G, no X, no M, leave them. So if they give you G, X, M, you can write this formula fully. But now they only give you C plus I. So you write it out like that. This is what I'm giving out of this 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. I'm giving 2. So you use it. So your Y now, you don't know. Y equals your C. Instead of writing C, please, I'm looking at that's my, I don't have more power on that phone. Then C, instead of writing the whole C, you are going to put this function there, which is 10 plus 0.6y. Are you getting it now? Then you have written C like this. Then plus you are giving I, which is 2. So what do you do now? You just look at it now. Y equals, this one does not have letter, this one does not have letter. So you add them together, you give you 12. 10 plus 2 give you 12 plus 0.6y. You cannot add 12 and 0.6y together because one has letter, the other does not have letter. So what do you do now? You collect like terms. You collect like terms. Let me continue from here. When you collect like terms, you'll be having, let's say y equals 12 plus 0.6y. So this y is here. You can bring this y to become y. The plus will become minus when you cross over this. So 6.y equals, the 12 will still be on the right. So it's not crossing. So what are you going to do now? You factorize. The only thing you can do is factorize. Factorize means take the common thing. You have y, we have y. Bring the y out. Now make that y to divide this y here. Y divided by y will be 1. Put the minus back. Divide it by this y that's outside again. Y will cancel y. We have 0.6 equals 12. So we'll be having y is 0.4. 1 minus 0.6 is going to give you 0.4. 12. So you can say y times 0.4, bracket is y. So it will be 0.4y equals 12. Divide both sides by 0.4. 0.4. So whatever you get, y divided by 0.4, whatever you get is your final answer. That's how to find it. This you have in Jamb and probably sometime in Waec. So please, this way I'm going to stop on this video now. In the next video, I'm going to do the rest of it. Please subscribe and get more of our videos. So as I do some videos, you are going to be getting it. Just click on notification bell, then subscribe first, click on notification bell, then you'll be getting all my videos. Thank you.